Welcome back to Who Immortal Today, where we remember the unforgettable and honor the legends who left us too soon. Scarface wasn't just a movie, it was a revolution, a tale of power, greed, and ambition that burned across the screen, with Al Pacino's Tony Montana at its heart. But behind the bullets and bravado stood a cast of unforgettable actors, many of whom are sadly no longer with us. In this tribute, we remember 12 beloved Scarface stars who gave this film its fire and left behind legacies that still echo today. Their stories didn't end with the credits. Their performances made them immortal. If this video moves you, take a moment to like, comment, and share it with other fans of the film. And don't forget to subscribe for more timeless tributes. And ring the bell so you never miss a moment of remembrance. Let's begin. News 1. Alldredge, best known as Hector the Toad in Scarface. Alldredge was a Cuban-American actor born in 1935, remembered for his intense on-screen presence and his unforgettable role as Hector the Toad in the 1983 classic Scarface. With his sharp features and gritty voice, Israel often played villains, tough guys, and underworld figures, roles he brought to life with striking realism. His most iconic performance came early in Scarface, where he portrayed Hector, a violent drug dealer involved in one of the film's most shocking scenes, the infamous Chainsaw Motel scene. Israel's menacing performance set the tone for the film's brutal realism and instantly made Hector one of the most chilling minor characters in cinema history. Though Scarface was his breakout, Israel continued to appear in numerous film and television projects throughout the 1980s and 90s. His film credits include appearances in Carlito's Way, 1993, Gloria, 1999, and The Substitute, 1996. He also made guest appearances on popular TV series such as Miami Vice and Law & Order, continuing to be cast in hard-edged, streetwise roles that suited his signature style. Despite often playing secondary characters, Alldredge had a lasting impact on audiences. He brought authenticity and emotional weight to every role, no matter the size. Directors appreciated his commitment, and fellow actors respected his presence on set. Alldredge passed away on March 16, 2011, at the age of 75. While he never achieved A-list fame, his work, especially in Scarface, cemented his place in film history. He remains a cult favorite among fans of crime cinema, remembered for making a powerful impression with just a few scenes. In the world of unforgettable movie villains, Hector the Toad will always stand out, and so will Alldredge. News 2. Geno Silva, best known as the Skull, Sosa's silent hitman in Scarface. Geno Silva was an American actor born on January 20, 1948, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Best known for his haunting portrayal of the Skull, the silent, cold-blooded assassin who ends Tony Montana's reign in Scarface. Silva made a powerful impact with few words and unforgettable presence. In the climactic moments of the 1983 classic, it is the Skull who silently steps out from the shadows and delivers the final blow to Tony Montana. Without uttering a single line, Silva's controlled, emotionless performance gave the film one of the most iconic and devastating endings in cinema history. But Scarface was only one part of Geno Silva's long and diverse career. Over 4 decades, he appeared in more than 60 film and television projects. His film credits include The Lost World, Jurassic Park, 1997, Amistad, 1997, A Man Apart, 2003, and Mulholland Drive, 2001, where he often brought a quiet intensity to his supporting roles. Silva also made notable appearances on television, including roles in Walker, Texas Ranger, Alias, and Miami Vice. Throughout his career, he was recognized for his ability to bring depth and gravitas to characters who might otherwise go unnoticed, especially those on the fringes of law and morality. Tragically, Geno Silva passed away on May 9, 2020, at the age of 72, from complications related to frontotemporal degeneration, a rare form of dementia. His passing marked the loss of a truly underrated talent in Hollywood. Though he rarely spoke on screen, Silva's performances spoke volumes. His role in Scarface remains one of the most memorable silent assassins in film history. In the the world of cinematic hitmen, the skull is a legend. And Geno Silva, the man behind the silence, will never be forgotten. News 3. Michael Alldredge, best known as George Sheffield, Tony Montana's lawyer in Scarface. Michael Alldredge was an American character actor born on April 13, 1941 in Ohio. With a rugged face, calm demeanor, and commanding voice, Alldredge carved out a steady career playing military men, lawyers, and tough authority figures across film and television for over 2 decades. In Scarface 1983, Alldredge played George Sheffield, the slick, well-connected attorney who helps Tony Montana navigate the legal system while managing his growing criminal empire. Sheffield was a small but pivotal role, showing how even the justice system could be manipulated with the right lawyer and enough money. Alldredge brought a cool professionalism to the role, acting as a bridge between Tony's underworld and the respectable surface world. Though Scarface remains his most recognized role, Alldredge appeared in a wide variety of other films including The Entity, 1982, While You Were Sleeping, 1995, and Escape from New York, 1981. His television career was just as expansive, with guest spots on shows like Knight Rider, T.J. Hooker, Dallas, Hill Street Blues, and The A-Team. He had a talent for portraying steady, no-nonsense characters that brought realism and depth to even the briefest appearances. Off-screen, Alldredge maintained a relatively private life, focusing on his craft more than celebrity. Unfortunately, his career was cut short when he passed away from lung cancer on December 19, 1997, at the age of 56. His early death marked the loss of a reliable and often underappreciated actor whose work quietly supported many of Hollywood's biggest stories. Though not a household name, Michael Alldredge left a lasting impression with his grounded performances, especially as George Sheffield, the lawyer who kept Tony Montana one step ahead of the law, until the empire fell. News 4. Míriam Colón. Best known as Mama Montana, Tony's mother in Scarface, Míriam Colón was a Puerto Rican actress born on August 20th, 1936 in Santurce, Puerto Rico. A pioneer in both theater and film, Colón's career spanned over 5 decades, and she became one of the most respected and beloved Latinx actresses in Hollywood. In Scarface 1983, Colón played Mama Montana, the stern traditional mother of Tony Montana, Al Pacino. In a film filled with extreme violence and audacious ambition, Colón brought a sense of emotional grounding as a mother trying to keep her son grounded, even as his empire spiraled into chaos. Her performance added a layer of complexity to Tony's character, showing his vulnerability beneath the bravado. Her presence on screen was a subtle yet powerful reminder of the family Tony was losing, even as he gained power and wealth. Beyond Scarface, Colón had an extensive career in both film and television, often playing matriarchal or nurturing figures. She appeared in films like The Mambo Kings, 1992, Clear and Present Danger, 1994, and Riding in Cars with Boys, 2001. She was also a staple in television, guest starring in popular shows such as Law & Order, The Sopranos, and NYPD Blue. Colón's contributions to the arts were not limited to the screen. She was also a founder of the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater in New York, a cultural institution that helped bring Latinx voices to the forefront of American theater. Sadly, Míriam Colón passed away on March 3, 2017 at the age of 80 due to complications from a pulmonary infection. Her passing was a significant loss to the Latinx community and the world of cinema. Colón may have been one of Scarface's quieter characters, but her performance as Mama Montana remains an indelible part of the film's legacy. A true icon, Míriam Colón will always be remembered for her deep passion for her craft and her commitment to representing Latinx culture with dignity and pride. News 5. Paul Shenar, best known as Alejandro Sosa, the ruthless drug lord in Scarface. Paul Shenar was an American actor born on February 12, 1936 in New York City. Known for his commanding presence and deep voice, Shenar became synonymous with roles of power and authority. His work in both television and film spanned several decades, but he is perhaps best remembered for his chilling portrayal of Alejandro Sosa in Brian De Palma's 1983 classic Scarface. In Scarface, Shenar played Sosa, a ruthless Bolivian drug kingpin who forms an uneasy partnership with Tony Montana. Sosa's cold, calculating demeanor and his sinister, calculating nature made him one of the most memorable villains in the movie. Shenar's ability to exude menace without ever raising his voice made Sosa a terrifying figure, a man who operates by his own brutal code. His portrayal stands as one of the most iconic performances in the history of gangster cinema. Outside of Scarface, Paul Shenar's career included a wide range of roles, often in villainous or complex parts. He appeared in films such as The Black Hole, 1979, and The Big Blue, 1988, and had guest spots in popular TV shows like The Rockford Files, The Untouchables, and Dynasty. His ability to inhabit a wide variety of characters made him a sought-after actor, especially for roles requiring a commanding and sometimes intimidating presence. Sadly, Paul Shenar passed away on October 11, 1989 at the age of 53, due to complications from AIDS. His death came far too young, cutting short a promising career that had already left a lasting impact on film and television. Although Shenar's time in the spotlight was brief, his performance as Alejandro Sosa remains unforgettable. A man of few words but immense power, Sosa became a standout villain in one of the greatest crime films ever made. News 6. Ángel Salazar, best known as Chichi, Tony Montana's sidekick in Scarface. Ángel Salazar was a Cuban-American actor and comedian, born on April 12, 1956, in Havana, Cuba. Known for his humor, charisma, and unique character, Salazar became a standout in the world of comedy and film, with his most iconic role being Chichi, the quirky and loyal sidekick to Tony Montana, Al Pacino in Scarface, 1983. In Scarface, Salazar's portrayal of Chichi was both comical and tragic, a character caught up in the high-octane world of Tony Montana's rise to power. With his street-smart charm, Chichi was a far cry from the movie's more hardened criminals, providing moments of humor and vulnerability amidst the film's brutal violence. His relationship with Tony, which fluctuated between loyalty and tension, added a layer of humanity to the story, making Chichi a memorable and beloved figure among Scarface fans. Salazar's career spanned across both comedy and drama, with notable roles in films like The Last Dragon, 1985, and Colors, 1988, as well as a presence on television. His comedic sensibility and authentic Cuban-American voice made him a unique figure in Hollywood, and his work resonated with audiences who appreciated his blend of humor and heart. Despite his success on screen, Salazar's true passion was stand-up comedy, where he found his voice and connection with audiences. His vibrant personality and larger-than-life character made him a favorite among those who saw him live. Sadly, Ángel Salazar passed away on August 11, 2024, at the age of 68, in his sleep from complications related to an enlarged heart. His unexpected passing left a void in the entertainment world, but his legacy, especially his role as Chichi, will always endure. In Scarface and beyond, Ángel Salazar's performance will forever be remembered for its heart, humor, and authenticity. News 7. Ted Beniades, best known as Officer Seidelbaum, the cop who gets involved with Tony Montana in Scarface. Ted Beniades was an American actor born on March 29, 1923, in New York City. With a career that spanned across film, television, and theater, Beniades was known for his ability to bring depth and authenticity to the roles he played, often portraying characters with a quiet authority. In Scarface, 1983, Beniades appeared as Officer Seidelbaum, a minor but pivotal character. Seidelbaum was a no-nonsense police officer who crosses paths with Tony Montana in the chaotic world of Miami's drug trade. His role may have been brief, but Beniades brought a grounded presence to the screen, providing a contrast to the larger-than-life characters that filled the film. His portrayal of a cop caught up in the unraveling tension of the story contributed to the film's gritty realism and tension. Beyond his role in Scarface, Ted Beniades had a rich and diverse acting career that included roles in television series like The Equalizer, Law and Order, and The Twilight Zone. He also appeared in films such as The Verdict, 1982, and The Great Gatsby, 1974. In addition to his on-screen work, Beniades performed extensively in the theater, showcasing his versatility across a range of genres. Ted Beniades passed away on October 24, 2014, at the age of 91. His long life and career were marked by his commitment to his craft, and his contributions to film and television, particularly in supporting roles, have been appreciated by fans and fellow actors alike. Though Officer Seidelbaum's role in Scarface was small, Beniades' performance left a lasting impression. He will always be remembered for his dedication to the art of acting and for playing a key part in one of cinema's most iconic films. News 8. Harris Yulin, best known as the corrupt detective in Scarface. Harris Yulin is an American actor born on November 5, 1937, in Los Angeles, California. With a career spanning over 5 decades, Yulin became known for his ability to portray characters with complex moralities, often inhabiting roles of authority and power. His versatility and ability to add nuance to every role made him a standout actor in both film and television. In Scarface, 1983, Yulin played the corrupt detective involved in the moral decay of Miami's law enforcement. His role as a figure who simultaneously represents the system while participating in its corruption brought a deeper layer of realism to the film. Whether it was shaking hands with Tony Montana's enemies or turning a blind eye to the crime around him, Yulin's portrayal of the morally ambiguous cop added to the film's gritty atmosphere. While Scarface remains one of his most iconic roles, Yulin's career was extensive, with notable appearances in both film and television. He appeared in films such as The Negotiator, 1998, The Puppet Masters, 1994, and Training Day, 2001. On television, Yulin made appearances on series like The West Wing, Breaking Bad, and The Sopranos, often playing roles where moral ambiguity was central to the character's arc. Tragically, Harris Yulin passed away on June 10, 2025 at the age of 88 from cardiac arrest. His death marked the end of an era for a performer whose career spanned genres and showcased his extraordinary range. Though his role in Scarface was brief, Yulin's performance as the corrupt detective is unforgettable, reflecting the complex interplay of crime, power, and morality that made the film a classic. Harris Yulin's legacy will live on in the unforgettable characters he brought to life across film and television. News 9. Margolis, best known as the Shadow, Sosa's silent bodyguard in Scarface. Margolis was born on November 26, 1939, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Known for his distinctive look and intense, often unsettling presence, Margolis became a fixture in both television and film, portraying characters that exuded both menace and vulnerability. His unique ability to convey emotion with subtlety made him one of the most respected character actors in Hollywood. In Scarface 1983, Margolis played the Shadow, the stoic and deadly bodyguard to the powerful drug lord Alejandro Sosa. A silent and imposing figure, the Shadow was never seen speaking, but his menacing presence was felt throughout the film. With his cold stare and ruthless efficiency, Margolis's portrayal became one of the most memorable parts of Scarface. His character was an extension of the ruthless world that Tony Montana was entering, acting as a physical representation of the danger that loomed over every decision. Though Scarface remains his most iconic role, Margolis' career spanned a wide range of films and television series. He appeared in notable films like Scarface, 1983, Pi, 1998, Requiem for a Dream, 2000, and The Wrestler, 2008. On television, he was known for his portrayal of Hector Salamanca in Breaking Bad and Better. News 10. Michael P. Moran, best known as Nick the Pig, the marked man in Scarface. Michael P. Moran was an American actor, playwright, and screenwriter born on February 8, 1944, in Yuba City, California. Known for his rough-edged look and natural talent for playing gritty, working-class characters, Moran was a respected figure in both film and theater circles. One of his most memorable on-screen roles came in Brian De Palma's Scarface, 1983, where he portrayed Nick the Pig, a marked man targeted by Tony Montana and his crew. Though a brief role, Nick the Pig was a turning point in Scarface's tension-filled narrative. Moran played the character with believable desperation and fear, adding to the film's sense of realism and danger. His performance helped bring depth to the underworld the film portrayed, showing the consequences of betrayal and the ever-present threat of violence. Outside of Scarface, Michael P. Moran had a diverse and successful career. He appeared in films such as Ghostbusters 2, 1989, Carlito's Way, 1993, and The Bonfire of the Vanities, 1990. He was frequently cast in supporting roles where his rugged appearance and intensity brought authenticity to the story. On television, he made appearances on shows like Law & Order and The Equalizer, often playing tough or morally ambiguous characters. In addition to his screen work, Moran was deeply involved in the New York theater scene. He wrote and acted in numerous stage productions, often focused on blue-collar life and social issues, showcasing his passion for storytelling in multiple forms. Michael P. Moran passed away on February 4, 2004, just 4 days before his 60th birthday, at the age of 59. Though he was never a leading man, his impact was undeniable. His gritty realism and commitment to character made him a memorable presence in Scarface, and a respected artist far beyond it. News 11. Arnaldo Santana portrayed Ernie, Tony Montana's bodyguard in Scarface, 1983. Arnaldo Santana was an American actor best remembered for his role as Ernie, the quietly loyal bodyguard of Tony Montana in Brian De Palma's crime classic Scarface, 1983. With a reserved but memorable presence, Santana's portrayal of Ernie brought a sense of quiet strength and discretion to a world defined by excess and violence. Unlike many characters in Scarface, Ernie stood out for his subtle loyalty and survival instincts. In one of the film's few surprisingly tender moments, Tony spares Ernie's life after killing Frank Lopez and offers him a job instead. That understated exchange helped humanize Tony, and Santana's calm, earnest performance made it believable. Outside of Scarface, Arnaldo Santana had roles in television and theater, contributing to the representation of Latino actors in a time when such opportunities were more limited. Though his time in the spotlight was brief, his performance remains part of a film that became a cultural touchstone. Arnaldo Santana passed away on October 8, 1987, at the age of 37. Though his life and career were cut short, his role in Scarface left a lasting impression, a testament to how even quiet performances can echo across generations. News 12. John Brandon, best known as Immigration Officer Number 3 in Scarface, 1983. John Brandon was an American character actor whose long career in film and television was defined by steady, often understated performances. In Brian De Palma's Scarface, 1983, Brandon appeared in a brief but memorable role as Immigration Officer Number 3, one of the officials interrogating Tony Montana during the film's tense opening scenes at the Freedom Town refugee camp. Though his screen time in Scarface was limited, Brandon helped set the film's tone early on, embodying the bureaucratic coldness that greeted many Cuban refugees upon their arrival in the United States. His clipped delivery and officious demeanor added realism to a sequence that framed Tony Montana's ruthless ambition against a backdrop of political displacement and American gatekeeping. Outside of Scarface, Brandon enjoyed a decades-long career across both film and television. He appeared in popular shows like Dallas, General Hospital, and Murder, She Wrote, often portraying authority figures, judges, doctors, or law enforcement officers, thanks to his composed presence and resonant voice. On stage, he was equally respected for his classical training and precise delivery. John Brandon passed away on August 25, 2014, at the age of 85. While often cast in supporting roles, his consistent work ethic and reliable screen presence made him a familiar face to audiences over many years. His brief appearance in Scarface serves as a reminder of how even the smallest roles can contribute to a film's authenticity and lasting power. Scarface was more than a movie. It was a moment, but behind every line, every gunfight, every rise and fall, were real people. And 12 of those actors are gone. Some died young, others faded away, but each left a mark that can't be erased. Want to honor them? Watch the full tribute. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Follow and tap the bell for more untold stories. Their roles were iconic, their lives unforgettable.